How's it going, everyone? So another top 30 visit for the Packers, and this one is going to be on an edge rusher in Romello Height out of Texas Tech. So Romello Height is the 13th best overall edge rusher in this year's draft class on the consensus draft board and is ranked 76th overall out of all the players. For his RAS score, he tested pretty high. He tested at an 8.80 RAS score. Comes in at a height of 6'2" and weighs 239 pounds. No, I did not misread that. That is not a typo. He is 239 pounds. He is severely underweight. Comes in with a vertical jump of 39 inches and a broad jump of 10 feet and 5 inches and ran the 40-yard dash at 4.64. So pretty explosive, but very lean for an edge rusher. Now, for his time at the collegiate level, he spent 6 years at college, bouncing between 4 schools. So start off his college career, spent 2 years at Auburn, played in 10 games, had 19 total tackles, 3 tackles for loss, and then transferred over to USC and played there for 2 years. Over at USC, played in 14 games, 20 tackles, 6 tackles for loss, and 4 sacks. Then transferred to Georgia Tech and played there for 1 year. Played in 1 game, 34 total tackles, 6.5 tackles for loss, and 2.5 sacks, and 1 interception. And then lastly, transferred over to Texas Tech, where he played in 14 games, had 38 total tackles, 11.5 tackles for loss, and 10 sacks. Pretty much had a very great final year. Didn't really do much before that, but in the final year, had a very, very good season. As for his PFF grades, as you can see, continually gotten better except for that first year at USC. For his final year at Texas Tech, had a defensive grade of 92.5, run defensive grade of 65.6, tackling grade of 62.9, pass rush grade of 92.6, and a coverage grade of 92.4. Something to note, though, in his final 2 years, in 2024 at Georgia Tech, he did have 9 missed tackles, which was good for a 22% missed tackle percentage, and in his final year had 7 missed tackles for a 21.2 missed tackle percentage. So slightly a little bit elevated there, but otherwise had a good final year over there at Texas Tech. And also something to note that wasn't on the previous stat that shows up on PFF. Looking at his pressures, yes, he had 9 sacks, but he also had 11 hits and 42 hurries, so definitely pressured the quarterback a lot over there in his final year. And so now, what are some of the strengths and weaknesses to Romello Height? Well, he has elite explosiveness, he has lightning quick first step, and elite snap timing that often puts offensive tackles in immediate recovery mode. He is a technical pass rush, unlike many speed-only rushers. He has a deep bag of moves, including polished swipes, cross chops, and spin moves. Elite cornering, he possesses natural bend, allowing him to turn tight corners and flatten his path to the quarterback without losing speed. He has a high motor, and he's also versatile in that he's comfortable in dropping into zone coverage or blitzing from the second level, making him a fit for multiple defensive schemes. Now, as for some of the weaknesses, he has a pretty undersized frame. Once again, he's 239 pounds. If he's playing edge rusher, he's going to have to bulk up a bit to compete at the NFL level. He'll probably get tossed around at that size. He's poor in run defense. He lacks the lower body strength to effectively set the edge and can be washed out of run plays entirely by double teams. Feel like potentially on the NFL level, it might not even take double teams, especially, once again, 239 pounds. Tackling issues. His aggressive high-speed style leads to a high rate of missed tackles, as he often struggles to break down in space. He has a limited length. His 32 1/4 inch arms are below the typical threshold for his position, making it difficult for him to disengage once a blocker gets their hands on his chest. And then lastly, it's a pretty big knock if you're going to draft him, depending on where you draft him. He will be a 25-year-old rookie, so he's not on the younger side when drafting a player. And so right now, going into the NFL draft, he's projected to potentially go into the 3rd round. I feel like that. Yes, we kind of do need edge rushers, but despite he's 25 years old, he's pretty lean, and we're supposed to convert to a 3-4, so he's definitely very undersized to play edge for us, unless he goes to like linebacker edge just to rush. This might be a pass for me. If he drops to round 4 or 5, then potentially. Currently, he's widely considered to be a situational pass rush specialist. Yes, we could use those. I just don't think a third round pick is going to be justifiable for that. Once again, I'd rather wait till the fourth or fifth round, considering our other needs, but it also could be one of those best player availables, depending on how the draft falls. Now, as for a couple of the other websites of a pro comparison for him, Bleacher Report, they have him compared to Nick Herbig. I didn't really know who that was. I had to look it up. He was a drafted rookie for the Steelers, and I don't know how good he's been with the Steelers. I actually have never heard that name before. So if anyone that watches this video watches the Steelers or is a fan of potentially Nick Herbig, how has he been at the NFL level? Because I've not heard of that man at all. Moving on, NFL Draft Buzz, current player comparison at the current NFL, they have Will McDonald the fourth, so that's a pretty good comparison. And then NFL.com did not have a pro comparison. So your two are pretty much Nick Herbig and then Will McDonald. But let me know what you think down in the comments. If you liked the video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and as always, go Pack Go.